Hey, what's up guys? Something a little bit different today. We're actually going to be playing BMX Bastards, a new BMX game that just dropped on Steam. I bought it the day it came out and I have some thoughts to share. BMX Bastards is still in early access. This game has only 11 months of work done by a single person. That's why there's still a lot ahead. Enjoy BMX. So yeah, this is by no means a complete game. Right here, we got several different options, including a bike editor and a character editor, but we'll get into that later. Let's just get right into the gameplay. Press single player, and we got 3 maps here. We'll start here on the main map though. Okay, so right away, if you're into BMX games at all, you could probably see the resemblance between this and BMX Streets or like Pipe. It's kind of like in between those two games. Like the manuals feel a lot more like Pipe. I died right then, oops. Such as the manuals, they feel a lot like Pipe, like you just kind of lock into them and you can't actually fall over. Same thing with nose manuals. You can actually you can see the character pumping a little bit if you press forward all the way. Just like, he just humps the bars. I've been playing a lot of this game recently, and I gotta say, I've been having a lot of fun. Like, it's not a perfect game by any means, and there's like a lot of glitches, but it is definitely playable for me. The game is definitely lacking in the tricks. There's not too many things you can do yet, but definitely enough to kind of keep you entertained. You got all the main things here, like toboggans, tabletops, bar spins. You can hang 5 in this game, and not only that, you can actually do whiplashes, so let's do one of those. And this may seem like I'm copying someone, because I saw someone else do this. Shout out Teku Flats. I watched a video that he made about this game, and we both had the same idea to do a hang 5 here, and then whiplash. Oh, that was so gross, but count it. It's pretty limited right now, but I'm sure that all the tricks are going to be added later in the future. And that's an example of something I didn't want to happen. No, I don't want to be stuck in here. I don't want to be stuck in here. As I was saying, I'm assuming more tricks are going to be added in the future, but for now, I don't feel like we're lacking too much necessarily. I have high hopes that things are going to be added relatively soon, because this guy, the guy who is developing this game, actually already released an update for it, and that was only what, 4 or 5 days into the game cycle? I don't think you're supposed to say that. I don't think game cycle is even a term, Brandon. There's already been a patch and the game just released. Let's get into the bowl here. Yeah, he fixed a couple glitches, and that includes being able to drop out of an ice pick straight into a manual. I'll do that right here. Okay, that was a bad example. A little scary, isn't it? Can you go up the stairs? Imagine this guy creeps up in your nightmare. Just want to do a little ice pick. Yeah, it's glitchy. As you can see, there's a lot of glitches in this game. God, Here, let's try it over here. Okay. Ice pick. And it drops straight into a manual. Same thing with toothpicks. They go straight into nose manuals. Yeah, nice and solid transition there between the tricks. Yeah, we already got an update, so that gives me hopes that we're gonna get a lot more updates in the future. That was kind of nasty. For the most part, I think that this game looks pretty good. I mean, it's not beautiful, but it's definitely, I think, a decent looking game. Half cab whip, there we go. Let's play in the skate park here for a little bit. The transition riding feels, to me, pretty solid. Everything just lines up. I don't know how to word this, but I'll air this quarter, it'll put me right into that quarter right there. That was sketchy, oops. But yeah, you can see if I jump the step up, it puts me into the landing if I have enough speed. I just jumped that spine. Oh, kinda didn't work that well, but most of the time, yeah, like that. It just sets you into what it thinks you're trying to jump into. Let's do a wall ride down whip. Oh, or I didn't even do anything right then. Let's try that again. The down whips look so good in this. Or I guess oppo whips. Here. There we go. I need to point this out real quick. I love the detail in these little things. Okay, watch how my bar spins look. Now watch a switch bar spin. That's how a person would actually do a switch bar spin in real life. Same thing with tail whips. Regular whip, crank flip, oppo whip. Let's try it again. It's regular. Oppo. You see how my legs, like, spread a little bit there? Didn't mean it like that, guys. I've seen, like, a lot of people talk bad about the grinds, but I feel like they work pretty good. Like, oh, come on. That's a terrible example. This is a horrible example. Here, let's try going from the other way. Let's do a double peg. Nollie double peg. Look, and if I drop to the side a little bit, it'll turn into an ice pick. You kind of like... Here. I don't know, I feel like that looked okay. It wasn't, like, super smooth, I'll admit, but... I think that is alright, though. You also don't really have, like, every grind yet. You can do the basics, like double pegs, feebles, and smiths. But, you can't, like, hanger, you can't crook, you can ice pick and toothpick, though. I guess there are a good amount of missing grinds in this game. Again, I'm sure they'll just be added in the future. The flares look kind of crazy. I noticed, like, if you sort of, like, go more of an angle, they look more like a regular flare, like how people do them in real life, like that, as opposed to, like, this Matt Hoffman flare. Whoa, late 180. For the most part, transition riding works pretty good. Flare drop. Sketchy foot. Let's get that cleaner. There we go. Something that a lot of people haven't really talked about, or maybe no one has talked about this yet, is the tire ride system. I think it works pretty good. It's not super harsh, it's like just challenging enough. You have to actually get pretty straight onto the rail, otherwise it'll turn into a grind, but if you ride straight on, you can kind of tweak them a little bit like that. You can see my character move side to side a little bit, so there is a little bit of skill to it. Here, we'll try it on the flat rail. Set myself up nice and straight. Come on, come on. Is this a round rail? Is that why it's so hard? It is a round rail. That's funny. It's actually harder to do tire ride on a round rail than a flat one. Here, let's do... I think this one's flat. There's also slow-mo mode, but you can see there. We'll go to slow-mo again. You can steer yourself on the rail. Something I've been seeing people complain about is, like, the grind resistance. I don't care about that too much, but I guess, like, if you are grinding like a ledge, you do lose a lot of speed. Pretty much doesn't bother me, like, at all, really. But maybe in the future, they can make that something you can change in the settings. Like, right here in the options, if you go to gameplay, there's a whole bunch of different things you can change, including, like, your camera angle, the grind assist, even, like, the foot forward that you ride, which to me is really nice. With slow motion, you can toggle on and off. I love the slow motion. I think it's, like, pretty useful to learn tricks. Steer speed, spin speed, gravity scale. I have my settings tweaked a little bit for how I like to play. Yeah, right now I got mine at, like, I think it was 1.1, but if I go to 0.5 gravity, check out this bunny hop. Check out this air out. Oh! There's a lot of fun you can have in this game. It's funny because it still kind of works. Maybe not really. Yo, the 1980 air? What's funny is, even with low gravity, you can only do one backflip and one front flip. You change your spin speed, right? I think I have mine up a little bit because the stock spin speed was, like, just way too low for me, but if I go to, like, 2 instead of 1.5, you can do 7 cabs. I don't think you can, like, hop 7, though. Nah. Oh, you can hop 7. So if you want to play like Stevie Churchill, you know, maybe have your spin speed maxed out. 540? Over double peg? Fakey truck? Manny, I dropped it. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can tweak. You can even change your camera angle if you want. Like, if you were insane, you could, like, yeah, if you wanted, you could play the game with these crazy camera angles. But this is, like, making my head hurt a little bit. Oh, look at that. I still didn't die, though. That's something that I find really nice about this game, is that you don't die super easily. I just played a little bit of Pipe to remind myself how that game was like, and I can say, like, in Pipe and BMX Streets, I think you kind of fall too easily. Like, it's not forgiving enough. You could kind of make some mistakes and whatnot, and here, I'll give you an example. If I landed, like, a little like that, I feel like I'd fall over in the other games. But since you don't fall over, you can land a little bit sketchy and keep your run going. Same thing with, like, grinds. I can just kind of fall into that rail, and it just kind of did a grind for me instead of making me explode off the bike, which is, to me, super useful. There is a replay editor coming soon. That's going to be super nice. One of my favorite things was being able to do some really hard lines or tricks and then, like, tinker with the camera settings and, like, make basically, like, what a real-life BMX clip would be. Another thing that's coming soon is a map. You can actually see right there, there is, like, this massive wall that I only can assume there is going to be a lot more to this map than just what we have been playing today. If this map is going to be a lot like what we're seeing now, like not a lot of dead space and just a whole bunch of obstacles to ride, that is going to be sick, and I can't wait to see it. Haven't figured out wall rides, really. Not very good at wall rides in this game. Yeah, I guess, like, yeah. They should probably put like a friction slider or something for the grinds in this game. Oh, I actually haven't even seen this wall ride yet. Oh! Count it. Nollie 180 off, apparently. Switch whip. Feeble. 180 bar. Cab whip off the curb. So yeah, this is the main map, but if we go to the main menu, play, single player, there are two other ones. There's Spring Park, which is like a plaza, and Demo Warehouse, which is like a small and tight indoor park. We'll play a little bit of Spring Park real quick. I think this is probably my favorite map. It's just like packed with all these features. This game controls like pretty similarly to BMX Streets, but some stuff definitely trips you up. Like all the bar spins that I'm doing, instead of just the bumper and then pressing down, you have to click the bumper, and then, like, if I want to do a bar spin with my left hand, I have to press left with the right analog stick, and then right-handed bar spin, I have to do the right bumper and the right analog stick. Just little things like that will definitely mess you up because of that muscle memory you may have already built. Sometimes, like right then, I go for like a tail whip, or sometimes I just go for any trick, but I notice it most with tail whips. The character just freezes. I'm not sure if that is like my controller or what. I like the, it's cool, like when you spin, the character gets into a penciled position like in real life. So let's go check out the other map now, Demo Warehouse. This map is definitely the smallest, but still a lot of fun to be had here. They got this spine mini that is... I say that it's a lot harder to, like, die in this game than the other games, but I still be dying a good amount. And like that, like sometimes glitches just kinda happen. Let's do a quick Manny line. Serious time now. Yeah. The switch trips just look so nice in this game. Now, let's check out the editors. Got a bike editor. I have to say, I really like how this looks. It's not perfect yet. Like, there's a lot of stuff still missing, but press edit. I like this right here. Color type. It's not just one shade. Here, we'll actually give some saturation here so you guys can tell what's going on. Let's say I have this blue frame, right? Check out the gloss paint versus matte versus chrome. Ooh, this looks cool. This actually looks sort of like a trans blue sorta. Oil slick, you can have all the different types of oil slick. maybe you want to be like a hairy mane kind of oil slick, you can have that. And obviously there's not just the frame. You could change handlebars, grips, bar end, sprocket, pretty much every part of the bike. Things like grips, it doesn't really matter not having that like that color type option here. Like crank bolts, for example, right? I think you should be able to sort of change that. Same thing with the chain. Like, what if I want like a silver chain? You could sort of have a silver chain, but yeah, like that doesn't look too good. I'm assuming in the future this is all stuff that can be patched pretty easily. It would be cool to eventually be able to have like a faster way to cycle through everything other than just the bumpers, because it takes a while. Like if I want to go back to my frame, I have to cycle through every part. Yeah, it would be cool in the future to have like different styles of frames, like maybe like 4-piece bar options. I have brake mounts on my bike, but there's no option for brakes yet. Can't change your peg setup. You can only have 4 pegs and a coaster. It'd be cool to see a cassette in here, maybe like a front load stem, all that kind of stuff. I could also go to a mountain bike here, which is a 4-peg brakeless dirt jumper. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the BMX though, because look at that thing. And there's not just a bike editor, there is a character editor as well. This part is really limited. If we go to head, we got a bunch of helmets, some hats, upper body. We got some t-shirts, nothing too fancy yet, but can't complain too much for early access. Here, let's actually go. I think I was wearing the white one earlier. Let's wear the black one. Lower body, again, not too many pairs of pants yet, but you know, we got this one right here that looks like my freaking Jaywalker apparels, baby. Feet, I saw someone talk about this. The shoes don't really look like skate shoes. They kind of just look like running shoes or like average sneakers. So my final thoughts on the game, I like it. What can I say? It's not perfect. There's a lot of stuff that can be improved upon, but I have high hopes. I'm not sure 100% if there's gonna be like people modding this game or how big this community might end up being. It'd be really cool to see like custom maps in this game. This is like a small thing, but like when you're running off the bike, the guy feels pretty fluid. It took me so long to figure out how to jump at first. Oh. Hello? Right now, the game is $14.99 on Steam. I personally am happy with my purchase, but can't really recommend it to everyone though, because there are a lot of flaws with this game. It does feel like a kind of incomplete game with like that, glitches that just kind of happen and you don't know why they happened. But if the $15 price tag doesn't really bother you and just want to try something a little different, like you're tired of the other games, try this one out. I don't know what it is exactly about this game, but I feel like you can kind of just pick this up and in less time be pretty good at it. Count it. For 11 months, this game, to me, is really impressive. Even with how much it glitches, like right then. It's so hard for me to freaking play well while talking. If you get annoyed easily by glitches and stuff, this probably isn't the game for you and you should probably wait, but after you put a lot of hours into the game like this, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. And if a bigger map are really coming soon and a replay editor are coming soon, man, this game is gonna be good. My wrist and my hand are almost healed right now, so hopefully the next time you guys see me, I will be riding my bike. Yeah, that's been it for this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. I spent a lot of time in this game doing manuals, actually. Like, it just looks, like, nice. Do the half cab X up? Here, I'm just gonna go back to the fresh no hat. I look like freaking Austin White right here.